Hello guys, this is VYSH. So today Monday, a very interesting editorial series it is today. One is, you can see on screen, the Rohingya refugee crisis, which is going on since many years now. But the way things are going on, again, a very big question in mains and prelims is going to come. Already questions have come and again it will come. So we'll discuss in detail. So please watch till the end and make sure that you are liking and commenting and subscribing our channel and all. So here, the very first thing, you all want to go to Labasna, which is here, Mussoorie or Mussoorie. This is the place, and these are all the hill stations in India. Okay, you should know as part of your syllabus. You should know anywhere like where are the hill stations in India, in north and northeast and south, in western Ghats and eastern Ghats and all. So these things you can see, but your ultimate goal is to reach here, right, Labasna. For that, we will try to help you. And today article, where we have one article on the flooding issues which are there in this particular area. Okay, this Uttarakhand, Himachal area, this completely area is flooding. Houses are completely swept off. So it's a very big issue. Okay, general, very easy thing you will know that when the soil, okay, there is a rock, Himalayan rock is there. On top of that, soil layer is there. On top of this, you will build a house on this loose soil, or maybe resorts or something you will do. But usually here, trees used to be there. Okay, here everywhere trees are there, so that is holding the soil together. But we humans, we will like deforestation, we cut all the trees and then build project after project, and it's near the water source also. The soil will get loose, and one small something happens, that like one thing goes away, everything will be completely, the top layer of soil, that completely will go away, and that is why the houses, everything are going and falling into the rivers there. Okay, so that is a basic idea. So based on that, we'll discuss a detailed article today. So before that, I just wanted to just show you this. This is your dream, Labasna, and you are going to go to that place where this in the Himalayas only. Okay, so this won't happen by just watching random videos or not looking the syllabus, not looking the previous year questions. You have to do a lot of hard work. Okay, hard work is the only method. There is no shortcut or a very genuine that one kind of test series or one kind of mentor that you follow them and you will definitely get all the questions correct. That is never going to happen, because the toppers marks itself is just 50% in prelims or mains, wherever it is only 50%. So you have to just be able to be better than your competitor. Okay, so for that, what you have to do? You have to have a discipline, have a timetable, wake up early if needed, or late night if you're studying, that also is fine. It's all your choice. You have to have some preparation much before preparing the subjects. Okay, studying NCERTs and geography, history, all these things are very easy things. It's not very complicated. Okay, it's about how to see this exam, how to go towards this exam. This exam is not like in 3 months you study, then take a 1 month break, then again 3 months. That won't work. Every day you have to study consistently. Okay, this and all I will make you. I will make you that serious aspirant through my foundation and all. You just have to support. Okay, in our videos also, the number of views, it's with these views and all, ideally nobody will continue. Okay, this kind of series and all, nobody will continue. Okay, the effort, I think 60 to 70 slides, PPT slides are there for each day's editorial. Okay, that means if there are 4 articles, per article more than 15 to 20 slides I'm preparing to give you the best content. It's not the Hindu content I'm teaching you. Hindu is just a reference to see what the news happened. After that, the static part of it. Okay, like today Himalaya thing happened, I will show you many maps of Uttarakhand and Himachal and many things there which is related to the Ganga river, Yamuna river. I will teach you many things. Same like Rohingya crisis, at least 7 to 10 slides I have prepared for the refugee problem across the globe. Then only we will see the Rohingya issue. Okay, so this kind of effort when we do, we expect you that you participate. Okay, this watching one day, then watching after that 3 days later, it won't work. You have to support, only then this initiative can continue. Your complete prelims and mains answers, you will get it from my editorial itself. But you have to watch it every day. Okay, so first I'll show you 2 questions which came in UPSC 2016 and UPSC 2019. Okay, so this is based on today's topics also, that's why I'm showing you. So 2016, which of the following pairs given below are matched correctly? You can see this Kurd, Madesi and Rohingya, and 3 locations are given. Okay, these are all communities or people group in news. And the other question is about glaciers and the river. Okay, you can see this difficult names, it will be for you if you have not done the previous year questions. Even in VYSH IAS test series, all these were covered and it was solvable. We claimed this question that year also. So this again, you have to find out whether, because there is no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there is nothing like all the thing can be true. There has to be something which is wrong. So that here answer is 1, 2, 4, I suppose, because this Milam will be wrong and Zemu is in Sikkim. So Zemu Sikkim means it cannot be Manas, which is in Assam. So even the minimum knowledge if you had that Zemu is in Sikkim, you can eliminate that. Okay, so like that, these things Okay, learn from somewhere, some good source. First thing is previous year questions, syllabus, and then one good test series. You will easily solve all these things. Okay, like Rohingya, Myanmar is true, Madheshi, Nepal is true. Okay, that also I have taught you. Nepal article we have discussed in editorial detailedly. Okay, Kurd is another group. It is not in Bangladesh side. It is in the other Turkey side. Okay, so that one is wrong. So answer here will be 2 and 3. Here it will be 1, 2, and 4. So the easiness with which you solve questions, that determines whether you will be able to clear UPSC or not, because they are in the pressure environment you have to do. Okay, so again, if I talk this, it will take longer time. We'll go to the editorial directly, and these kind of things already in our foundation we have discussed. Okay, so first article here, India China came face to face. You know, the BRICS summit happened, so even though India did not want to meet China and all, there is no other option. BRICS meeting means obviously China will be there, and they came face to face, so it was a little bit tense moments, and they did not exchange too many things. It was just a formal meeting. And now G20 will happen next week, September, you know, it is going to happen. And that day, almost Delhi is going to be completely shut down. Delhi schools, I think, will be holiday. Central government offices will be holiday. Flights have cancelled. More than 100 flights are cancelled because the world big G20 leaders are coming to India. So their security, their movement, everything should be smooth. And we are hosting, it's a very big thing. Okay, usually India doesn't get a chance to host such big events where 20 world leaders are coming at a time, okay, to India. So that is why that time maybe India will talk more to China. Okay, China is not part of that thing ideally, but they will also come. They are invited. So that time we'll see, okay, the meeting. Then this one, Himalayan blunders, Himalayan tourism related, as I told, they are doing construction after construction, and because of that the Himalaya complete is getting destroyed. So that we will discuss in detail, and the Rohingya issue we will discuss in detail. And this is a tennis tournament, we don't need it. Okay, and here space missions, this also we will discuss in detail. So 3 big articles to discuss in detail, and this one is a local news, not required. This is some health related charts and graph they have given, not required for your exam point of view. Okay, so now we will go to the more details, but in case you need test series, which students keep coming asking in comment section and all, I am showing you in every video. Still you have doubt, I am not sure what is the issue. Okay, you just come in WhatsApp first. When you are in my WhatsApp, your 99% of the problems get solved, because I put a status, I sent you forward messages, I tell you things every day. Okay, my students keep getting messages, so please come in message and WhatsApp in this number, and you can decide whether you want to enroll to the paid things or how you want to take your studies forward. Okay, the batch 2 also, it's a 1 year timetable, prelims plus mains. So it's a last chance. After this, I don't know when we'll launch the batch 3. It may be after 1 month, after 2 months and all. Then your timeline to study gets again reduced. Okay, so now see these pictures. Okay, in Himalaya, the house itself is going away, the cars are going away, everything is going and falling into the water. Okay, so that means that, as I told, the loose soil, because the trees, everything is gone now. These things are the rock surface, one slips, everything slips behind it. Okay, because of the heavy rains this time, you know, the rains because of not only monsoons or the cyclone which came from Gujarat side, or also the Mediterranean disturbances which came, western disturbances, everything came together, that Delhi and above, everywhere heavy to heavy rainfall, which we didn't see in the last many years, has happened. Okay, so main reason, that is natural reasons that these things are happening, but the human reasons, okay, you can see this hotels after hotels and these things and all in Himachal, to make it like a tourist spot, tourist hub, they are building in that kind of areas where there is no proper clearance would have been given. Still they are constructing it in a, like for a temporary structure kind of thing. One rain comes and it will just get swept away. So it's property loss, it's financial loss, it is life loss, animals, everyone are suffering there because of this unplanned, or one of the most poor constructions in India is actually in Himachal and Uttarakhand areas. Okay, because it was once empty, and now they, to boost tourism, they have made, okay, illegally many people, many lobbies, industry, infrastructure people have somehow got permissions from governments and all, and over the years it's happening now, last 10-20 years, and that is why it is now a disaster, or the nature is giving it back to us. Okay, so you can see a lot of pictures I have put today for your understanding. This is India's condition. Okay, you can see in Switzerland also the same thing is there. So Switzerland is one of the most like luxury people's thing. Okay, we all in our lifetime, I don't know whether we'll anytime even have a chance to go there because of the budget issues, also the distance, also it is very costly. They are also doing the same thing, the tourism and all. They have also in the past faced this flood and swept off condition, everything they have, but they learn from their things and they invest more in proper infrastructure. They promote greenery also. They see to it that nature is also maintained along with this thing. Okay, that is why Switzerland and all is now still as how, if there is a God, the God made it however it is, that way or even better than that the humans have maintained it there. Okay, so that kind of thing we should also learn. We should, if our intention is to boost tourism, we should also learn these kind of things and implement in our country. Okay, but what are we doing? We are approving projects after projects, and then it's like that too very fast. Whenever maybe elections are coming, remember this thing, you know, this government especially, the pace in which they are doing, if they were doing this much road, these people want to do 10 times more than that. The road construction, the bridge, the tunnels, things are good, but not at the cost of nature. Okay, you have to think like the same thing which you are doing in Delhi or Bombay or somewhere, that you cannot apply on the mountains. Okay, there the topography is different, the soil is different, the climate is different. On there, if you do the same pace because of the urgency of infrastructure which you want to show, that is wrong. One size fits all doesn't work. In Himachal and Uttarakhand, you have to do more geological studies, more technical people you have to involve, you have to study the everything, and then only implement the project one step at a time. Okay, because China, everybody has done this, they have done or developed the mountainous areas, but this fast approach by copying other states' approach cannot work. Okay, so here if you see landslide prone area in India, it's mostly in the western Himalayas, Uttarakhand and that Himachal, Jammu area, sorry, Ladakh area, and then we have the northeast states, and then we have the western Ghats area also where the thing happens. Okay, so this is the general landslide map. This and all in your exam you should use. If a question, not if a question, every year question comes, every year cloudburst, landslide, Himalayas, geology, topography, deforestation, every year one question comes in your GS3 paper. This maps and all you should draw. You get extra marks actually, because others are busy writing these coaching classes answers. You will have unique things in your answer paper, you will get extra marks. Okay, so try to maintain that word limit also and fit in all these things which I am teaching you. Then another term, in Uttarakhand you have two sections actually. Okay, the Garhwal region and the Kumaon region. Okay, this keeps coming in the paper and some people don't understand. That's why just as a beginner I wanted to show you that there is this Garhwal Himalayas and the Kumaon Himalayas, where again lot of hill stations like Nainital is there and other areas are there, and even your temple oriented areas are there, Haridwar and Dehradun, and many things are there. So this is a very important place for India. Now we will little bit zoom into it and I will teach you more things. Okay, so here first as an introduction, what is this Hindu editorial telling before going to more static part? Wonderstruck by the beauty and the magnificence of this Himalayan areas. Okay, our Sanskrit poet and all in the ancient have told, in 1,000 ages of gods I could not tell you the glories of Himalaya. That much glorification is required for the beauty of Himalayas. Okay, not only Indians, you know, the Urdu poet and everybody who came told, if there is a heaven on earth, it is here in Kashmir. Okay, they have told that Jannat is in Kashmir. So that way everybody knows the importance and the beauty of Kashmir. Okay, but recently repeated tragedies there because of environmental degradation and all, the bridges, roads, buildings, raging rivers, everything is happening, and the flawed developmental things which you are using in this eco-fragile region. And you see these locations, Chamoli, Joshimath, Chamba, Chardham route. Chardham I'll explain you in detail now. So this Dev Bhumi, the land of gods which we consider in India, that area is completely getting degraded and lost every year when the rains come. So this one, UPSC back to back used to ask questions in the 90s from this single picture alone. Okay, so Panch Prayag, you should know Prayag means it's a junction. Okay, a point where this one thing is meeting another one. So Prayag, Panch Prayagas, the 5 Prayags, that is a Vishnu Prayag, Nand Prayag, Karna Prayag, Rudra Prayag and Deva Prayag. Okay, this in our test series also, when students got our geography test, this will be there. Even history test I think I would have mentioned here, culture related. And you should know the 4 things. Chardham means the 4 holy places of India in that area in Uttarakhand. Okay, we have another Chardham also which is there in 4 corners of India. Okay, one north, west, east, south. That is different Chardham. This is the Chardham in Uttarakhand. Okay, so here Badrinath is there, Kedarnath is there, Gangotri is there, and Yamunotri is there. So these 4 places has rivers also originating from there. Okay, glaciers are there. You know, Gangotri glacier is where something comes. It's not Ganga which comes directly. Okay, it is Bhagirathi. Yamunotri is simple. Yamuna comes. Okay, so this picture you have to draw in your exam. Yamunotri, Yamuna comes. I'm teaching you how to do it. Gangotri, the Bhagirathi comes. Okay, now ultimately we have to form the Ganga. Okay, to form the Ganga you need multiple things coming from multiple places. So Badrinath, you would have seen even South movies there, Allu Arjun's movie Badrinath, and there the heroine name you would have seen Alaknanda. Okay, Tamanna's her name is Alaknanda, so that is how they named it. Okay, so Badrinath, and from there Alaknanda comes. So that Alaknanda is coming, and here in multiple places some small rivers are coming and joining. At Vishnu Prayag, this Dhauli Ganga comes and join. Okay, at this particular Nand Prayag, Nandakini comes and join. Everything is coming and joining to the Alaknanda. Okay, after that this Pindar Ganga comes and joins in the Karna Prayag. So you see 3 things came and joined to the Alaknanda at 3 different Prayag. Okay, and after that this side from Kedarnath what is coming? The Mandakini river is coming, which will go and meet at Rudra Prayag. Okay, So from one side, the Mandakini is coming from Kedarnath and meeting at Rudraprayag. 3 small rivers are coming from different places and hitting at Vishnuprayag, Nandaprayag and Karnaprayag and hitting at the Alaknanda. And this complete thing will come to meet Devaprayag, will come and meet with the Bhagirathi, which comes from Gangotri glacier, and then it will form the Ganga. So this picture, okay, it looks complicated, but just as a story, if I tell you, it's very easy, okay, and you memorize it once, draw it once and see today itself, then it will remain in your mind forever, okay. So this is the picture of the Panch Prayag, which again, as I told, UPSC matched the following questions used to come on this Prayags. Once upon a time, they have stopped it. Now because of the flooding issue and all, maybe they will again disturb you. That's why I thought one time I should teach you, okay. Now, this again a little more detailed picture of this Char Dham project, which again connecting these 4 holy places through proper national highways kind of roads. So that if you see, detail is there, 45 km, 10 km, that level you don't have to study, but they are connecting these thing, and ultimately Haridwar also is there, and you connect all these things through hundreds of, I think 900 kilometer overall project it is, and this 900 or even more it will be there, okay, it's not 900. So Char Dham project this is called, and this is a picture I just wanted to show you that this is also very hastily, very hurriedly they have been doing this construction. Like as I told, you can do this, but not at the pace at which you do in maybe Bangalore or Hyderabad and all, which are normal low level cities. You cannot do that in the mountains, okay. So that is the issue here. So these points and all, just note it. I am just pause, you can pause and see the areas and see this project, okay. Excellent roads are coming, it's all good only, tunnels, roads through cutting through the mountains, that with the world class technology, okay, which meaning to build a structure on a mountain you need a world level this thing infrastructure. So that and all they are doing there, everything fine, but the pace and the tree related thing and all, the cutting trees and all, that is wrong, okay. So here the progress also in every day in Indian Express and Hindu Express, they keep showing, okay, this much completed, that is all going, but still now in today's thing, author is not happy with this things or the pace in which it is going. 2016 is the time when they announced this project, Char Dham Mahamarg Vikas Pariyojana. Okay, a massive 900 kilometer, a project of 900 kilometer of road, and the method or the system they are using is this DLPS, double laning with a paved shoulder. Okay, double laning with a paved shoulder, just DLPS, you remember, that is the design or method they are using, where it's like a wide road, okay, wide road implemented in the Garhwal region, which I showed you in Uttarakhand, in a short stretch of Kumaon also in Uttarakhand, okay. So now they are claimed like lakhs of trees and forest land, many human and animals lives, fertile topsoil is gone, so many issues are there, okay. So how come these projects are getting clearance, okay, because as per the law, more than 100 kilometer, if your project is there, proper environmental clearance is required, proper environment impact assessment has to be done, EIA. But here what cleverly government has done is they broke the 900 kilometer project into small projects, okay, 53 small projects which are of less than 100 kilometer. So you escape the law, and then there is no need to now get clearances. You can do the project because this is like 50 kilometer, this is 80 kilometer, this is 75 kilometer, nothing is above 100 kilometer. So they made it 53 small projects, understanding. But this is wrong, ethically it is wrong. So the dense forest in this, see many areas are given, everywhere the dense forest and trees are all vanishing. Only one patch of greenery is left, that is because it is already declared as protected area. The Bhagirathi Eco-sensitive zone, BESZ, it is a natural area where along the left side of Ganga river, that was declared protected in 2012 itself under the Environmental Protection Act 1986. So that area escaped, okay. So there if you have to do anything, you have to do a detailed EIA, Environment Impact Assessment, okay. So now here again, as I told, hasty approval is given, you are not listening to directions of Supreme Court, everything is done like very hastily, and no idea how things are going or who is even in charge of this, it's just happening, okay. Lot of deodar trees were cut, kilometers of mountain slopes were facing danger now. So all these things are happening because of this hasty construction work, okay. Now, by widening hill roads to this DLPS alignment, Ministry of Road Transport is actually contradicting its own notification, okay, because in one of its notification, Ministry of Road itself told, we are seeing problems. If you use this kind of design, we are seeing problems in this highways and everything in hilly areas, okay. and you yourself are constructing also. You yourself telling it will destabilize the mountains and hill areas, and even Supreme Court pointed it out in 2018, some civil law case. They showed that you have to correct it, okay, retrospectively, prospectively, you have to correct it. In September 2020, they told, Justice R. Nariman recommended this, okay, but government told it is national security reasons, China's problem is there, we have to quickly develop all the roads and tunnels there, and finally this bench in 2021 told you do whatever you want, okay, see exactly that only, do whatever is decided, whatever it is desired, no question, sorry, no questions will be asked, you do whatever you want, okay, this is the condition. You can just pause and see these things. And these are all list of questions, okay, just pause and see. Why did the defense ministry allow this? Meaning first they told we need only 7-meter road. Now you are telling you need DLPS, which is 12-meter wide road. Then double lane was sufficient. Now suddenly it became DLPS. Then first you told it's unstable mountain. Now you are telling it's a strategic national security road. Then whatever you decided to, every 2 months you are changing your decision based on your favor. Then mandatory EIA, why did not it happen? Then own circular, you are suggesting something else, but you are doing something else. Then earlier when you designed Char Dham project, you told it's for faster transport of the pilgrim people, the tourist people and all. Now suddenly from where did this strategic importance and national security and all come? Okay, how come these new things are coming up? So the author is asking this set of questions, okay, which even in your interview or anywhere people will ask you and you should be able to answer, okay. So again, they increase the carrying capacity of the Char Dham also. These areas, the places will be there like, okay, this much tourist, 1,000 tourists in this day or this month, this year. There will be a carrying capacity for every tourist place. If you see, entry ticket will be only for that many people. But here suddenly they increase the carrying capacity to boost tourism. So 9,000 passengers per day and all these things without any proper regulation. There is no proper rules. Everything is ignoring all the scientific evidence and scientific things just to blindly boost the tourism sector. Okay. So you recently ignored all the warning signals of the Mother Nature. Okay, and still you are going on developing again and again. Supreme Court set up a committee also. But what is the point? Supreme Court will keep telling, will you implement this? Will the government implement all this? Okay, even Parliament Standing Committee on Science, Tech, Environment and Forest pointed out to the other ministries that a one-size-fit-all approach for getting environment clearance will not work, especially for this eco-sensitive areas like Joshimath, Mussoorie and Dhanolti. Okay, so these areas and all, you cannot use the same methodology you are using in other states of the country. Okay, and the Ganga cleaning, Ganga rejuvenation also is your thing. And meanwhile, when you are focusing on that, you should notice that our Gangotri glacier, the origin, that is melting at a faster pace. Okay, it's melting at a faster pace, and you are allowing this much tourism. So that many vehicles are coming. When vehicles are coming, the black smoke and everything is getting emitted. Black carbon deposits are there, which is again increasing the speed of the glacier melting. Okay. Then there is episodes of forest fire also, climate change, and also because of that everything, this is getting faster. Standing Committee report of March 2023 on water resources came and told this black carbon absorbs more light. Okay, if it's a white surface, it will reflect, but if it's a black surface, it will absorb. Okay, that's why you find a difference when you travel in a black vehicle, black car, and if you go in a white car. Okay, nowadays technology has changed. Okay, but earlier, okay, imagine old Ambassador car or something, a black and white car, you will feel more hot inside a black car. Okay, it will absorb more heat. So this is contributing to faster melting. So you are doing some things, manipulative, political, bureaucratic, real estate lobbies, all of you people come together and boost tourism. You are going to destroy the complete nature and the Himalayas. Okay, so the simple solution for all this is regulation. You have to bring in laws. You have to implement those laws. You have to reduce the meters of road, not like this DLSP or whatever they told, that big method, that should not be there. Okay, climate change we cannot prevent. That will happen. So meanwhile, we have to be ready for that. We have to make our infrastructure in such a way that the future generations don't suffer. Sustainable development is needed, not just simply development. So that is what the author is pointing out. So a lot of details we saw. Now next one is the main important article for today. It's lengthy, so I'll take it quickly. Okay, so Rohingya's issue. First, you have to understand this. What is this Rohingya? Who are this? And what is the context? Also, I will explain. Okay, first, basic thing, the map. For map, it's very easy. Okay, Myanmar, you can see. Myanmar is a Buddhist country. Okay, Buddhism is more there. So there, once from Bangladesh, when it got independence and all, you know, that time many people, Hindus ran towards India, Muslims ran towards, like the people ran here and there when the war was going on. So many Muslims are there in this Rakhine province in Myanmar, and they have been facing atrocities because being a minority there, they have been facing issues. But from 2017 onwards, it became more and more problematic for them, and they had no option, but they were starting then running out of the country. So they ran to everywhere they could. They came to India, they came to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh people were like throwing them out. They went to Thailand, from there to Sri Lanka, Cambodia. They tried everywhere they could go. Okay, so that people in lakhs, they are running away, and thousands came to India. So that time India faced a crisis issue. Okay, so refugee related many clauses you have to study, many international and Indian laws you have to study, the Passport Act, the Foreign Act, many acts is there. I will teach you everything today. Okay, so Rohingyas are not recognized as an official ethnic group and have been denied citizenship since 1982, meaning they are the largest stateless population of the world. Okay, meaning they don't have a country, they are belonging nowhere, they are just Rohingyas. Myanmar doesn't give them citizenship, Bangladesh doesn't give, India doesn't give, nobody give them citizenship. So they are nobody. Okay, so now since the early 1990s, the Rohingyas have fled successive waves of violence. Okay, they have seen, and they are running away. So the largest and the fastest exodus began in 2017. That is the fastest or the hugest, like huge number, when 7,42,000 people to seek refuge in neighboring countries. The majority of are women and children. This is the basics of what is Rohingyas, where are they, and also only if you understand this we can proceed. Okay, now again reports, if you see UN reports and many things, you can see around 1 million Rohingyas live in Myanmar's northern Rakhine state. Buddhist majority Myanmar, they consider them as illegal Bangladeshi migrants. That's what they consider. The Myanmar government consider them. They are denied citizenship. Many are trapped in internal displacement camp. So there are differences. Okay, what is refugee? What is migrants? What is internally displaced people? What is asylum seeker? There are many terms, and I will teach you all these things today. Even though it is not there in the Hindu, I will teach you. Okay, so military crackdown happened 2016. Many raids happened. People ran away, and as I told, August 2017, they were that was the maximum. Okay, these many lakhs of people ran away. These are all UN data, okay, United Nations data. Now, the context of today's Hindu, I will first tell one line so that you understand why we are discussing this. A small baby, okay, an infant died in the camp, the refugee camp in Kashmir, okay. In that Kathua region, I think, there the police itself told we have done a lot of like tear gas and many things to chase them away, and many things we have done, but we are not responsible for the kids' death that they are telling. But this is a very shocking incident, and that video was going viral. You can search in the YouTube. So that is the reason. This is the main issue which happened in July, that this article is being written. Okay, a baby died in the refugee camp in Kashmir. Okay, which is obviously, so India's problem it is now. So now you have to study, as I told, what is a refugee, what is an asylum seeker. These terms are very important for you to understand. So refugee is someone who has been forced to flee, okay, forced to flee their country because of well-founded fear of persecution on the basis of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, membership in a social group, anything, some reason you are like they're telling you should not stay here. Forcefully they're telling you get out of the country. That is a refugee. Okay, and United Nations gives them a card also. Okay, you are a like kind of a certified person, certified refugee. So you have right to go out of that country. Then asylum seeker is something like they are seeking. Okay, actually we don't know whether they actually face some atrocities or something, but they are claiming that we don't want to live in this country, please take us there. Okay, so that meaning internationally their status is not yet decided, but they are telling we are refugee, but there is no proof that they are refugee. Such people who are seeking asylum, seeking place in other country, they are called asylum seeker. Okay, meaning it is not internationally recognized as refugee. That is the only difference. Now again, more terms. Second one, you see IDP. IDP is internally displaced people. So they are the same thing like refugee, but they are not running out of the country. They are running from maybe one district to another district, okay, or one state to another state, but you are still in that country only. So you are the internally displaced people or the internally displaced refugees. Okay, so you understood refugee now, IDP now, asylum seeker now. Now migrant. Migrant is not like this kind of thing. Migrant is voluntarily you tell, okay, I'm going and settling in Dubai, I'm going and settling in Indonesia, or you are a migrant. Okay, that's why like in airport and all you tell immigration all you tell, that's a normal term. Okay, and that is the number of those people will be more also. UN reports, if you take, the migrants will be always more compared to the other people, refugees, because refugees are because of some issue they are running out. That will be little less only. But migrants are, across the world, everybody are going here and there and settling. So that is called migration. Okay, migrants. So this much data I showed you, which is not there in the Hindu, and many more are there. Many more clauses and international conventions I will teach you. Okay. So why does refugee crisis happen? Now, main answer you want to write. Refugee crisis, why does it happen? Multiple reasons are there, like in war, Bangladesh, Syria example, domestic conflict like in Tibet, Sri Lanka or now Myanmar, natural disaster like in Turkey, environmental displacement can happen, maybe like some Indians in Himalayas, they will decide this country, this place is completely gone, let me go somewhere else and settle. Okay, then human trafficking, which happens in China, Vietnam, many places are there. Then climate change is the new issue, because of that people can run away. So these are all reasons why which refugee crisis can occur. Now, who takes care of all this? United Nations will have somebody, at least for every issue, one body they would have made. So they have this UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Okay, so it was created in 1950, long back. That means after World War time, when the Europeans had the problem of refugee crisis, that time for helping them, they had made this UNHCR. Okay, don't tell UNHRC. Okay, HRC is another thing. Okay, Human Rights Commission. This is HCR. Which is a refugee. Okay, High Commissioner for Refugee. So both are two different UN bodies. So it is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It publishes a report called Global Trends Report. That too when just before the World Refugee Day, which comes on 20th June. Global Trends is published every year to count and track the numbers of all these people. Refugee, IDP, immigrants, asylum seekers, stateless people. This full thing year on year they are reporting and publishing. That is how I also showed you the screenshots of some reports. So this is a basic static about why does the crisis happen, refugee crisis, and who is the international body responsible for that. Now, do they have a convention? Obviously, they will have a convention, which is called the UN Convention relating to the status of refugee, or it is called the 1951 UN Refugee Convention. It is built on what? It is built on Article 14 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, about which a prelims question came 2 years back. So there is a human right declaration. Based on that, an article is there, Article 14. Based on that, United Nations made a convention which will recognize the rights of people seeking asylum in other countries. Okay, because they are facing some persecution in their country. Now, this was adopted in 1951 and came to effect in 54. Okay, so 1950 that UNHCR came. 1951 they adopted this convention. 1954 it came into implementation, and originally it was limited to European, as I told, because World War related many people were suffering. Then 1967 they amended, or they made a protocol, a new guidelines. Okay, in that what they did, they told now it is no longer for Europeans alone, because the full world is facing now. Everywhere such displacements are happening. So it is taken to the world in 1967 protocol. The things you can read here. In the particular slide, you can see it gives everything. Refugee rights are given for right to work, right to housing, right to education, right to freedom of religion, right to access the courts, right to like freedom of movement. Everything is written in this thing. But the interesting thing is India has not signed this. Okay, India has not signed this, and that is also why and what other provisions India has. Everything I will teach you. Okay, so now India has neither signed 1951 thing or the 1967 protocol. Even though 140 people in the world have signed it, out of the 190 plus countries we have, majority have signed. Still India did not sign, and I think the SAARC countries, most of them have not signed. I think Bangladesh, Pakistan, I think many of them have not signed. You can go and confirm in Wikipedia, the members list will be there. India, but still we welcome most of the refugees. Okay, if you see Jewish people from Israel long back have came and settled in Gujarat, Maharashtra, in Kerala, this western coast completely they have come. Later they then went back also when Israel normalized. Buddhist Chakma people from the Bangladesh has come because they are suffering there as a minority group. Bhutanese people in Nepal. Okay, in Nepal there is a minority Bhutanese people. They came to India, we welcome them. Muslim Rohingyas from Myanmar has come, we have taken them inside. Small populations from Somalia, Sudan and other sub-Saharan African, we have taken them also inside. So like this, from everywhere, from all our neighboring countries, we have taken people inside. Okay, so even after not signing that. So according to UNHCR, there are 2 lakh refugees of this Rohingya group, not Rohingya, but the full refugees, and others of concern in India. Okay, in India in 2011, there are more than 2 lakh refugees, out of which numbers are given. Afghanistan, Myanmar, other countries, Tibet, Sri Lankan Tamils. So this and all are data which only one time I will teach you. Next time when refugee things comes, I will not give you all this. So this episode, whoever has seen it, you made notes, you are going to get full marks. Okay, usually UPSC won't give higher marks, but if you write all these points, refugee related question, you will get all the marks which you want. Again, more details are there, I'll show you. Okay, so here if you see, India has not signed this. Okay, that we have already seen. Let me take the next one. Okay, so why India did not sign? Why India did not sign the 1951 Refugee Convention? These are the points. Even though officially UNHCR also don't know to give a reply, Indian people can come up to conclusions that first is narrow definition of refugee. This one point is correct. This one point India has raised in multiple times. India has told in the United Nations meeting that definition is very narrow. You are telling only some certain political things and some civil rights or some problem is there for people. Because of that they run. But if they have economic issues and they are running out, like in developed countries like USA and all, there are some people tortured and some people are like this rich and poor versus game and all. They are running away to other country. That and all you didn't include in your definition. You have made it in such a way that it is favoring the developed nation. It is not favoring the developing nations. So that is why definition first change it. Okay, the same thing about terrorism also India tells. Terrorism definition, there is no good terrorist or bad terrorist. Terrorism is terrorism. But your international laws and all tells good, bad, this and all is wrong. Okay. Then porous boundaries. India's boundaries, or not only India, subcontinent of India, everybody has very porous boundary. People keep getting inside, going outside. Many illegal immigrants keeps coming. So in this time now you sign this convention also, then it will be like a free ticket for everyone to keep running into a country. And we cannot manage that. Okay. And the sovereignty. You know, one thing of United Nations you sign, then you will become like a puppet to them. World Bank, the USA, the United Nations, everybody will start ordering you, like take all the people. You cannot send them back. They will tell many things that you have no other option. So India don't want to be a puppet. India want to protect our sovereignty. Okay. Limited resources. We are we are the highest population in the world and we don't have enough resources. Now, how will we take care of extra 2 lakh, 3 lakh people which comes from anywhere? Okay. Then regional dynamics. Okay. Again, historically, we have faced many displacement issues. Okay. When Kashmir related people were running out or any earthquake happens, anything happens, people keep running out here and there. For jobs, migrants are going here and there. So we are facing a lot of issues already. On top of that, we don't want to follow United Nations rules of refugees. Okay. Then attitude of the UN. As I told, Bangladesh war time, as I told, many people came to India, Hindus, Muslims, everybody came. And we accommodated also, and United Nations helped also. Even financially they helped. They arranged all the things, camps, everything. But after that, when it was time for them to go back, that time India had to keep requesting it, or United Nations the attitude was not good that time. United Nations showed to the world as if India is like in a hurry to send off the people. So the image, okay, which you show on global stage, if you follow UN, is very bad. So we don't want to follow UN. Okay, UN's clauses under Refugee Convention. These are the interesting points, and this can come as a question. Why did not India sign this? And you have to tell all these points. Many more points you can think and you can tell in comment section. Now, even though it is not signed, India is still bound by many other international laws which India is part of. Example, 1984 Torture Convention India has signed. International Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination India has signed. Convention on the Rights of Child, that India has signed. Then Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, that also we have signed. So this children, women, racial discrimination, torture, this all we have signed. So we are anyway bound to take care of these people or not do any harm to them, give them the rights. We are already, this customary international law practice is there. Okay, this principle of refoulement. Okay, this also you should know. Principle of refoulement is something like, a principle is there in the world that you should never send back a person to a place where war is happening or where you surely know that he is going to suffer. He came there in hope, you should not send them back. There is a principle which India also agrees to. So, no forceful repatriation or sending back. It is not possible by India anyway. So we don't have to specifically sign that UN thing because we have signed all these other things anyway. Okay. Then Article 3 of that Torture Convention, it tells no state party shall expel, return or extradite a person to another state where there are substantial grounds for believing that he would be in danger of being subjected to torture. So anyway, we cannot send people back. Okay. Then within India, what all laws we have? Within India, our constitution, our parliament, what all we made? We have a standard operating procedure of guidelines which we follow. We have Foreigners Act of 1946 where central government is taking care of this deporting illegal people and all. Then Passport Entry into India Act is there 1920 from the Britishers days where you can remove only people based on some article and all some clauses. Then Registration of Foreign Act of 1939 which is again old one. There also mandatory requirement is there that you have to have this long-term visa, short-term visa, many clauses are there. Then we have Citizenship Act of 1955 which decides, okay, like how you can get citizenship or how you can remove citizenship of some person. Then we have amended that in 2019. There also we are telling that we will take in Hindus, Christians, Jain, Parsis, and whichever minorities are there suffering in our neighboring countries, they can come inside India and we will give them citizenship. That is also there. So these are the important things. So I have taught you almost everything. The global conventions, whether India is there, if India is not there, why India is not there, within India what we have. Okay, these are all the static part which you have to study. Now one more thing before going to the Hindu. May 2023, okay, a report came. A shadow of refugee, Rohingya refugees in India. Okay. So this here they told many problems which Rohingyas are facing in India and many solutions also they recommended. So problems are, they are labeled as illegal migrants. Okay, instead of calling them refugee, you are calling them illegal migrant, which is wrong. Then risk of being deported to Myanmar or maybe sent back to the camps in Bangladesh. So this risk is there for them. Then the settlements, slum-like settlement is there, no water, no toilet, no education, no rights, nothing which UN, if you had signed, you had to give them many things, that nothing is given. Then without travel documents, okay, they just ran and came, right? They don't have any passport or anything, they don't have. So without that, India government is not ready to give them Aadhaar card. And without Aadhaar card, you cannot get any services or any schemes, benefits you cannot get. That's also wrong. Supreme Court has accepted all the government's arguments also, because national security related issue, we cannot take it, because we have seen, we will welcome people, but in between those crowded, some 2-3 people will come who purposely comes here to spread terrorism or any Maoist activity or any illegal trade, something, such people also comes in. So Supreme Court has accepted, okay, you are telling correct only, so don't need. So these are all the concerns or the problems which Rohingya people are facing in India. Now the solutions also they itself recommended, which India need not follow, but this is what they have recommended. India should recognize Rohingya refugees as individuals with right to asylum rather than as illegal migrants. Okay. Then India can recognize UNHCR cards, meaning they don't have passport, but the United Nations have given all these people UNHCR card, another Aadhaar card kind of thing. That is globally accepted. So seeing that, you should allow them to participate or get education, work, health services. You should give them. Don't tell you don't have passport, we cannot give you. Please accept UNHCR card also, which is globally accepted. Okay. So this is issued by the same UNHCR only. And then treat the refugees better. When you treat that, your India's global credibility will go high. Because we gave vaccines free to everyone, we went and helped Turkey, we went and helped Ukraine, we're helping everywhere. So why not help these people also, so that your image again builds. Okay, this is another thing the author is telling. Then also India, they have even the capacity to go and stop the Russia-Ukraine war also. As per the global leaders, India is the only one who is a neutral person who both Russia and Ukraine both will listen. So you kind of person, if you as a country respects these people and give them all the rights and all, and then slowly you start talks with your friendly partners like USA, Canada, Australia and all, like you also, okay, take like 2,000 people you give asylum, 2,000 people you take. So India has the power to give proper asylum places for these people. So why don't India do that? So these are the problems and solutions. So all these things are extra static part which I taught you for your overall refugee topic. Now we'll come to the Hindu. So first I told you that baby died and all, and that it is like 6 years, 2017 onwards they are running, and from Rakhine state they came here. 770,000 people ran from there, and 20,000 of them are in India right now. In Jammu, as I told, that it's like a prison-like environment where 250 refugees, including women and children, are there in Jammu area. Okay, and they have this UNHCR card, identity card, but still they are not able to get anything. They are treated as criminals. They are living in a prison-like facility. Their movement is restricted. Okay, and children, vulnerable population, they are even afraid and they don't know what to do. Okay, so throwing like tear gas at them and not giving them anything. Okay, globally it is a responsibility to protect all these people and not jail them. Okay, that is the first point which author is telling. And then under the Foreigners Act and all, Indians can decide a lot of things like what to do with them and all. As India is not signed the, as I told, Refugee Convention and 67 Protocol, these people are considered illegal immigrants, and the executive, they get unchecked powers, meaning unregulated powers, and tell like these are all foreigners, these are all illegal immigrants, we don't care if it is vulnerable or asylum seeker, refugee and all, we treat everyone as same, and we cannot accommodate them. Okay, so there is a risk of administrative detention, meaning like a government controlled jail, you are there, and criminal imprisonment is happening. Maybe some people deportation is happening, meaning you are asking them to go back, arbitrarily detained at some centers, and most of them are children, as I told. And there is an Article 6 of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, okay, CRC. This one also India has signed. So when India has signed this in 1992, you should not keep children in jails. You should not keep them in detention centers and violate their liberty and freedom and right to education. All these things you should not violate. Okay, again, you don't have to keep telling I did not sign United Nations Convention. In your own constitution, in our own India's constitution, there is this right to life and personal liberty, Article 21, which applies to both citizens and foreigners. So why are you telling UN things and all? Your country's law is like this. Author is asking, okay, your country's law is like this, then why can't you treat these people equally? Okay, now Jammu is over. Now New Delhi, they are telling there is a center. There are these children, 4 to 5 years of children are there. They are in detention since the time of their birth. They are not allowed to go outside and play. They are like full time in that jail. Okay, because they are Rohingyas, you should not go and play with other Indians or anyone. Okay, you should be there inside only. So children living in here with parents and all, they don't know anything other than this 4 walls of the jail. They think this is the world. Okay, so this and all is pure injustice being done to children. And also, some children are separated from their parents also when they become a little older. This Juvenile Justice Act we have, and as per that, we move them to that jail. But then author is asking, these juvenile jails were formed for what? For children who break the law, who does some, maybe anything, stealing, murder, anything children does, then you are put in that children's jail under Juvenile Act. These Rohingya children did not do anything. They did not break the law. They came here for seeking asylum, and you are putting them in the jail where people, to punish them, you put there you are putting them. Okay, so it's a grave injustice. This is what the author is suggesting. Okay. So he's telling, follow the guidelines, ensure that no more children dies in the detention center camps. Everybody should be given proper care. Okay, then the authorities of the government should follow India's internal guidelines. 2011, we have some internal guidelines and all, where how you should treat the people in detainment and all. That should be done. And also you should release these people. Okay, like you have this much technology, facility, everything now. Collect all their details, even their biometric details, your retina scan, your fingerprint, your signature, take everything from them. And then if good behavior, if anybody is like good behavior, release them and let them go and live in India. Give them Aadhaar card, give them citizen thing, and tell them every month come and sign in the police station. You can release them, right? What are you fearing? Why are you putting them in this camp where no hygiene, no facility is there? Okay. So National Human Rights Commission also, they'll keep telling things, and so they should coordinate with the United Nations Commissioner of Human Rights, and then you should appoint someone, an ombudsman kind of judicial thing you should appoint, who should investigate that these refugee camps, nowhere torture is happening, and everyone should live freely in India. This is the overall thing in the Hindu. So if you see, Hindu was just 2-3 slides, but to tell the background of it and to write any question in prelims and mains which comes in future, I have covered you the full portions. Now the last article, very simple, easy article. Space missions, Gaganyaan is going to come, Mangalyaan 2, Aditya L1 is like next week, it is going to be launched to the sun. Then not to the sun, a point from which you can see the sun. Okay, L1 point. Then NISAR, which is NASA plus ISRO's project. SpaceX is there. Venus, Shukrayaan mission is there in 24. Reusable launch vehicle. Many things are there. And also, August 23 is declared the National Space Day now. National Space Day. And also 2 points. Chandrayaan 1, when it was there during Congress government, the place where it went and fell, the Chandrayaan 1's remaining things, that place is called Jawahar Point. So here they have named the Chandrayaan 2 where it went and fell, crashed. That point is Tiranga Point. Chandrayaan 3 where it did soft landing, it is called Shiv Shakti Point. So you should know clearly what is this. Okay, this for your prelims you should know. Direct question they won't ask you because it's very easy, but still you can use in your mains answers and all. And as an Indian, you should know these kind of things. Okay. And there are many other craters and points and all. So now this article is not about this. This article is about the future. Is it like this only we are going to continue, or something will change? Okay. And how has been the space missions going across the world? So here there's nothing much directly Hindu. I will tell you what and all they have told. India became the 4th country to land on the moon. Okay, India was the first country to land on the South Pole, but overall on the moon, India is the 4th country after USA, China, Soviet Union. Also, India did it in the 2nd attempt. These people and all took 13 attempts, 14 attempts and all. We did it in the 2nd attempt itself. Chandrayaan 2 failed and Chandrayaan 3 success. And we did it at low cost. 75 million something. So those people are doing it, I think billions and 225 million, big thing. Even their movie cost, Hollywood movies are costlier than that. Indian movies, we have made 600 crore, 700 crore movies nowadays, and it's getting flop. So here, low cost, we have made a full Chandrayaan rocket itself, and the rover is going there now. Rover, today's update was there. It sent photo and the temperature and all it sent. Okay, usually the moon, South Pole, we expected it to be cold. It will be 20 degree, 30 degrees Celsius. But shockingly, it is 70 degrees Celsius. It is hot. And there is no atmosphere. That is why the sun's complete heating will reach there. That is a conclusion scientist has come. Some complete heating will come. Same way, when the sun goes down, complete cooling also will happen. So below the soil, 10 degree, below the soil also they measured. That was, I think, minus 10 degree. So a range of 70, plus 70 to minus 10. heating and cooling is there. That is what we observed. And today when the rover was going, a pit kind of thing was there, and then rover had to turn its direction and go in a different direction. That is latest update of Chandrayaan. Okay, please follow news and all. I should not tell you this. You should be knowing all these things. Okay. So here author's concern is 4 countries reached there on the moon. Okay. How come only one developed country reached there? Meaning, how come only USA reached? Ideally, if developed country, you have more money, you have more facility, more technology, many developed countries should reach there. Why India, USSR and China, who are late industrialized countries, how come we are reaching there and the developed countries are not reaching there? So that is a little doubt. So what is the factor which decides who will go to space or who will do more better schemes, better missions in space? So is it money the factor? That's the first thing he's asking. Then he's comparing the money. Okay, author. USSR was 50 to 60% of the size of the US economy in the 1960s. Okay, 50 to 60% the size of the US economy in the 1960s. And then Luna 9, they reached the moon. Okay, Luna 9. China is 22% of US economy in 2013 when China reached the moon. India is per capita income is only 10% of USA when we reached the moon. So we are this much low in economy. That means money is not the factor. So author is telling the next one. Perhaps it could be human resources. We have lot of people, population, and we have skilled them all. Even USA has. So maybe money is not the factor. Everybody has good population, skilled workers, and that is the reason maybe we are able to do. And we are also filing lot of patent. If you see, China alone filed the most patent in 2019 for different scientific technologies and inventions and all. And those days Russia's population was high, so population factor is gone. They are deleting the population factor. Okay, they are taking the people thing. Okay, the people skill set, and then the large number of potential scientists and engineers in these countries provide a clue to the success of these nations in space exploration, despite not being as rich as the developed country. Okay, developed world. So money they deleted, population author is keeping as of now. Maybe population is the reason, but now that also he will counter. Okay, money he told, money gone. Population is told, population also will go, because UAE is such a small tiny country where population is very less. Okay, Indian states will have more population than UAE country, but their money is more than USA. So now again author got confused, like, so what is the factor? Who is going to space? UAE was actually helped by Japan, and they had that Hope probe that entered the Martian orbit in 2021, making it the 5th country after Russia, USA, China, India to achieve the Mars orbit. Okay, so now he is concluding the most important role is the role of the state, meaning the government's willpower, the government's vision. It's not the money or the population alone, it is this thing. Okay, because UAE also, when this person, some Omran Sharif, he came to power, he told this triple helix model where government, private sector, academics, they should work together to achieve such objectives. So because all these countries focused on these three, that is the reason they are doing more and more space mission. This is the conclusion of the author. Okay, so an active and capable state who is not dominating, who is like properly inclusive, such people will train their workers and make them skilled workers, invest on science and technology, and the private space also you encourage. Okay, like Elon Musk is there, and here in India also in Bangalore and all, many space companies are coming up. So such countries are the one booming. China also does a lot of investment in their people and the companies. So developing economy, one question which keeps coming. Okay, I think you also, many people would have asked, instead of feeding the poor, instead of building infrastructure for them, homes for them, you are investing billions and millions on space missions. Is it right? So that scientists itself have multiple type answered. Even Abdul Kalam has answered, okay, that if we don't do it now, we will be left out. Okay, because you cannot think like you will finish off all these things and then go and do space mission, or first time we'll make a space rocket. Like that, if that Homi Bhabha or Vikram Sarabhai decided in the 60s and 70s, we will never have all of these things. Okay, so that is a very silly thing which when people tell, okay, feed the poor instead of going to this thing, because these things are for human progress only. Okay, and we have that global image also, and people are, and it's another thing is space tourism thing will come, space projects will come. Like many people are coming to India and telling, please launch our things, launch our satellite, because India does it in a very cheap cost. If they go to NASA, it will be even a problem. It will be high cost. Even NASA is coming to us and telling, okay, take this and launch it. Because for us to launch a rocket, it is even 10 times more costly. So India can be leader, and India is the leader now. Okay, the space among these economies, India is the leader. And as I do, back-to-back missions are going to come. So don't ask that question that instead of doing rockets, do that. Even Somnath, our chairman ISRO, has told this recently in an interview also. Don't ask such questions. Okay. So now another problem. You're going on telling this, you are developing economy, feed the poor. That means what? Developed country don't have any problem. Developed countries also, there are homeless people. In USA, there are many people on the road. You would have seen videos and all. There are street people, homeless beggars kind of people on the road, and no food, no houses. Everybody are on loan. Many things are there. So you also have problems. Okay. Even in 1969, when you were celebrating the moon landing, USA's most people were in poverty, and many this racism issues were going on, and they raised the concern also. This Afro American people, they raised the concern. They opposed this moon landing and told you build basic civic infrastructure and finish off the racism issue first, and then think about going to moon. Okay. But again, Apollo missions, moon missions and everything are like a very important thing in our humanity. But such issues they also faced. Okay, so don't point your finger at the this thing. Okay, at the developing countries. Okay, now all this knowledge will gain to human progress, and so at low cost we can do this thing. That and all I've already told you. Now just the last slide. More importantly, it forces us to reevaluate the role of state also. Okay, so here, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so state, as I told, the state should have willpower. They should take in more and more private sector. It's not like ISRO keeps doing everything, because even in Chandrayaan mission, some parts and some small help only we took from private sector and other space centers and all. Remaining everything ISRO only did through the government fund. So you should have a true partnership between the private and the government. Don't think private will do everything. Don't think government will do everything. They both should do. Government should have the willpower. Successive governments also. And you should learn from USA also, where SpaceX and all these things are there under Elon Musk. And as per the modern day economics and things, you should work. And an inclusive and secular state committed to building the capacity required to ensure genuine human development is the need of the hour. Okay, so that line you can use as your opening line or ending line and all. And we'll hopefully see all missions coming up as successful missions. And I think the video got lengthy, so just pause and see the packs and all. If you want, WhatsApp me. I'll wind up this video. Okay. And please watch all the previous episodes also. I'm putting a lot of links in the description, and also on the screen you can see a lot of things. Just contact me in WhatsApp for starting your preparation. Else, if you're already in my WhatsApp, just follow the steps. Okay, follow the instructions given. So I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day.